Supreme bonus. You know, it's kind of crazy how people out in the world are real bullies for no reason. You know, I look at things that people sit around and see with their own eyes, but act blind to. I view this day by day, and I wonder why I'm the only one constantly saying something about people who bully other people. You see, when I was a child, there was a lot of bullies that grew up in the neighborhoods I grew up in. And I never liked that. I never liked bullying somebody. I never liked picking on somebody. Now, there's one thing about cracking jokes, cutting jokes, snapping back and forth, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing amongst friends, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing amongst just people, you know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, sometimes people go too far, sometimes people don't go too far, you know what I'm saying? I get it. I understand all the things that play into the errors of all atmospheres. But to straight up bully people, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing cutting jokes, it's one thing being a little cynical, and it's one thing just straight picking on people. And you see, the thing about picking on people is most of the time, and especially in today's day and age, because back then, when they picked on people in real time, in real space, like face-to-face encounters. But nowadays, when they pick on people by doing things like OnlyFans, or setting up some little mock tracers, and having a betting competition on if somebody succeeds or not, and a whole bunch of dusty ass shit. Childish stuff that they would do in high school or middle school, things like of that nature, things that you would catch people who were 16, 15, 14 doing. But these are grown people. These are people who are now in their 40s, 50s, 60s that carry on this mindset. And it just goes in the it just goes into saying for me that there has to be, people really need to go check on their own people. That's a fact. Because for somebody to carry into a bully mentality into their adult years, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to speak on nobody's mental well-being. But I will say, to carry on childish activities into your adult years is concerning. It's concerning. Because the whole point of life is evolution. Everything grows. Everything gets to a mature stage in life. I was about to say statue, but a stage in life. And then after that mature stage in life, it gets to an even higher evolution after that of knowing its role in the whole cosmic web of why it is what it is, and why to be whatever it is to be. I am that I am. it finds its purpose through evolution. And when people don't decide to evolve, they become stagnant. And in certain communities, they would call those individuals who are stuck. You know, to scheme, to manipulate, to bully, to prophesize, to steal intellectual intelligence and intellectual property and try to act like it's yours. Just a bully. And you know, I don't know what movies, what TV shows, what sitcoms, or reality-based things that people watch nowadays. But everything that I remember of any instance with heroes and bullies, the bullies always lost. That's in every storyline. You know, I don't waste my time bullying people. I don't waste my time bullying nobody, even if I know I can overpower them or if I feel like I have a shot. I don't waste my time into doing that. Why? Because everybody has the right to live the life that they decide that they want to live. And that's fine. It's when we intrude our lives onto other people's lives and try to cascade things from our lives that we want to perpetrate onto other people's lives. I think that's where we fail and that's where we go wrong. And when we see that those things don't succeed to try to win in our favor, we decide to go into tactics of bullying and cowardice acts. But for what point and purpose is that? That just puts stuckness into your life. That doesn't stick the person. You might think it sticks the person, but how does it really stick? Because anybody from the outside looking in only looks at you and say, hold on. Because only so long can fake thugs pretend. Well, Prodigy said that, right? I'm just saying. I'm not saying anything about anybody's status, about anybody's toughness or not, but what I am saying is this. For what point and purpose is it to bully a person? Why waste years of your life, time, months, weeks, days, hours, seconds, when you could be doing things for yourself? All that energy that you just put into trying to trap a person and then fell into a trap. Instead of just running your race. We all strive to be something great, people. We all strive to be something great. But who is the person that really determines where the greatness mark is? See, I think a lot of times there's identity problems where we look at other things outside of us and think that those things, if implemented into our lives or if transferred into our lives, that those things would propel us to certain situations. That's not necessarily true. It doesn't always go in that favor. And the reason why it doesn't is because what's for you is for you. It's always going to be for you. And what's not is not. As much as you want to make it for you, it's not going to be for you. And the reason why It's because it wasn't written in your destiny. Your destiny was to be whatever it was to be, and is to be whatever it is to be. Why isn't that great enough? See, I accepted things a long time ago for me to be whatever it is going to be for me. Rain, sleet, hail, snow. I never knew. I never knew of all this other extra stuff. I never knew of all this other stuff. But yet I stay remaining humble. I have my whole, I have. I have. I've always been humble. Yeah, I've showed characteristics that any other human being would show. Absolutely. But for the gist of it, for the wholeness of it, I've always remained humble. Humble. Compassionate. Generous. I've had my moments. I've had my moments. But I think everybody who truly knows me knows my soul. And that right there, I don't need to defend that. That speaks for itself. Supreme abundance to you all. To you all. Supreme abundance. 11:44 on the timestamp. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Supreme abundance.